I just checked into a hostel, which is one of the most popular choice for students, especially because we are always on a we're always looking for budget-friendly accommodation. So I just got familiarized with the hostel facilities, such as the common area, the kitchen, and the available amenities before I could freshen up and head out to explore the city, which I'm really excited about. So I headed the city center first, and my first stop out there was the St. Stephen's Cathedral, which is right in the city center, heart of the city center, and I wanted to explore its impressive Gothic architecture. And there are two towers to it, so there's an entry fee to both the towers, the north and the south of the tower. And I opted to enter the south tower because I could get like a panoramic view of Vienna city, and it was beautiful. The city center has very popular shopping streets which are lined with elegant boutiques and traditional Viennese cafes. The atmosphere is so lively. I also suggest visiting seeing the anchor clock, which has like figurine and appearing, and there's some music playing every hour. The next day I headed to Salzburg, and it's a very beautiful city in Austria, which is known for its rich history and architecture, and especially for its association with Mozart. So my first stop here was the Mirabel Palace and Gardens, which is known for its stunning gardens, marble sculptures, and the fountain. And you cannot miss the opportunity to take a photo on the grand staircase featured in the movie The Sound of Music. Entering the garden is absolutely free. In the afternoon, I took a stroll along the Salzach River, crossing the majestic pedestrian bridge. The next thing to do in Salzburg is visit the Mozart's birthplace. You should definitely try the pretzels and indulge in the chocolates, the handmade chocolates made by the locals here. There's so much to see in Residenzplatz. There's a barn that takes you to the top, and you can get an entire view of the city. You need to be mentally prepared that you have to walk a lot, and after so much walking, we decided to go and grab a light meal before we could head out to explore another place. I was so excited to visit Hallstatt. It has the most stunning alpine scenery, a charming architecture, and rich history. So I would really suggest you to go there, and it's just a matter of like 4 or 5 hours, and it's enough for you to explore the entire town. So once you reach Hallstatt, there's a ferry that will take you to the village, and then you can take a leisurely stroll to the narrow streets of Hallstatt, which are lined beautifully with preserved historic buildings, and you could actually admire the traditional Austrian architecture, which has like these flower-filled balconies, so you cannot really miss out on that. Also, you could discover the history of salt mining in Hallstatt with a guided tour of the salt mine, and I did not take that tour because I was like on a very strict budget. So I was trying to take in everything and anything that I could free of charge. I started my day the next morning by visiting the Belvedere Palace, which has an impressive art collection featuring works by Gustav and many other famous Austrian artists, and you cannot miss the magnificent painting called The Kiss by Klimt itself. And what I would really suggest you is you could either have like a tour to the upper Belvedere or the lower Belvedere, but I opted for the upper one to actually get an impressive view of these art pieces. We then spent some time in the garden chit-chatting and enjoying the meals that we had packed with us. Of course, we couldn't cover or explore all the palaces in the museum, so we opted for the very famous Schonbrunn Palace, and we explored the magnificent palace interiors. We strolled to the beautifully landscaped gardens, and that's how we wrapped up the whole Vienna trip. So this was like the second day in Vienna. So we had like a 4-day trip, 1 to Hallstatt, Salzburg, and 2 days in Vienna. I hope you liked the video, and let me know in the comments. See you next time. Bye-bye.